Picking back up where we left things yesterday. Gonna dive back into working on Duke, the Elasticsearch client in Rust. I had a chance to sleep, and I've also had a chance to ask the extremely helpful Rust community on IRC how to do what I wanted to do here with the nested JSON objects. So it seems like my understanding of things was actually, I was pretty close. It was basically that I was hung up on details in both cases. Essentially, what I needed to do was either finish serializing the inner object, if I was going to do it the manual kind of serializer way, so that it would be a valid argument for a serialized entry, or let me see here, or the JSON value, and just, you know, manipulate the value. I'm probably going to pursue the JSON value approach. It's simpler, it's a little bit slower because it goes through the value representation before it becomes a serializer. But it's also more similar to the Haskell code that I'm used to. I'd certainly like to understand the serializer implementation, but that may be something that isn't as good for streaming. I spent a fair amount of time just kind of staring at Google results last night, so, you know, focus on forward progress. So there's a little bit more for people to watch. And as always, don't be afraid to ask questions on Twitch. I've got Twitch chat over to my side here, so if you want to know anything about what I'm doing, even if it's just what's going on, what I'm up to, that kind of thing, please feel free to ask. Alright, so let me see here. So I'm going to comment out this stuff because I'm not going to pursue that implementation. I am going to pursue this one. And I'm going to move Cerebro and the Elasticsearch server over to my next workspace because I'm not really doing anything with them, and they're just taking up space that I could use for other things. Okie doke. So if I'm not mistaken, this is of type value. And what's that? Rust. There's an error kind of like Haskell's undefined. It's it just panics. I'm trying to remember. I think it's unimplemented. Is that the macro I want? I think that's what I want, because I want to just like be able to work on the incremental stuff I'm doing without having to get type errors about, hey, this isn't the right return type for whatever your thing is. And I do this all the time in Haskell too. It's really a very useful technique because it lets me focus on the parts that matter. Map.serialize. Oh, I need to save it. Okay, no field term value on type term query. Yeah, fair enough. It's term query turn dot term query dot cannot move out of borrowed field, borrowed content. So the problem is I'm taking a reference to the subcomponent of self. So this term is owned by term query. Term query is self. Self is a borrowed reference. And I can't do that. That makes sense, but I don't know what I'm meant to do. It's just a string. I could clone it. Here's a question. Why did the other one work? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Why did term field not work? But value did. Wow, that's kind of weird. Huh. I'm gonna need to think about that. Alright, so what I need to do now... Man, I really almost don't want this to be a value yet, actually. I mean, the JSON macro syntax is convenient, but it's just forcing me to match on possibilities that don't exist. Because the thing about a value is it's actually a sum of null and object and, you know, string and number and all that stuff, right? So the problem is that I should really be working in terms of the map representation underlying the value type, and then just wrap it in the object constructor when I'm done. Or at least it seems like that to me. You know, it'd be really convenient if there was a macro for objects. For maps, basically. Value. Yeah, it's just map. Does map have a macro, or am I just... Is there a JSON object macro? Let's talk about map. Map impl. What? It's huh. There's two different possible map implementations. What? Okay. Okay. Oh man. Even Haskellers would call that a bit clever. Why not just default to the ordered representation? I don't... Whatever. Yeah, I just want like a macro for a map literal. This isn't actually necessary. It just seems like a map literal would be convenient, you know? Oh, let me see here. Yeah, hash map. The problem is if I pick a concrete map type, I'm essentially stuck with whatever type I picked. It's not going to be intercompatible with two different instantiations of the shared package, shared JSON package. Like if I pick the ordered representation, it's suddenly not going to work for the people using the unordered represent. Man, this is fucking dumb. I'm just gonna have to use the trait, and I don't think there's a macro for the trait. Not that I can tell. Man, it's a hard knock life. All right. Wow. So what we're gonna do is term query map is map map new, and I'm probably gonna be missing a thing there. Let's install cargo watch so I can just get automatic Yes. No. There. Cargo watch X build. Make file. Watch. Alright. Oh, I need to semicolon that. And this isn't really rusty syntax. There we go. Let's use snake case. Okay. Term equals and I'm gonna need like 2 or 3 of these things. Fucking God. Alright, so I'm gonna do a bottom up like the other one, so that's gonna be turb map value equals bad boy term field map field name equals term map and then I need to optionally set the boost. Where am I setting the boost? Next to value. So if when this is true, we want to term map boost equals boost. And we'll put the build watch on the bottom because my camera's blocking the top right. Not found in the scope. Yeah, I know. Dun, 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 dun. Listening to a kazoo cover of a Final Fantasy song. Track. Technically, there weren't vocals. Yeah, I didn't learn that distinction until recently. Never even occurred to me. Alright, term field map, and then term query map equals term field map, and then let JSON val equals object term query. How do I construct an object in this thing? Where's object? It's You're not going to show me how to construct a plain object? Come on. It's just object map string value. And then JSON val, need to make this rusty again. Dot serializer. Unreachable statement. Really? Neat. Type standard option boost cannot be dereferenced. And it's complaining about, okay. Is there JSON? Can I just do value object? Use ser JSON map. Yeah, we can remove this. We know what type this is. I want to type the type parameters anyway. Map colon, perhaps. Expected type, ser JSON value found type. Right. Yeah, so I have to wrap them incrementally, which makes sense. Term value. So I have to wrap that in value string, I think. Yeah, it's just string. Unreachable statement. Let's comment that out for the moment. Expected type, yeah, alright, there you go. Cannot move out of borrowed content. Oh, now it's complaining about this. Well, alright then. Consider changing this to, yep, fair enough. Mute. Mute. And I can probably just defer constructing. I mean, the only one that really has to be mute is term map, I think. Actually, even that doesn't have to be mute. I could just construct it under a match. Actually, that's what I should do. But that's fine. I'll just run with mute for the moment and fix it after. Term value should have a snake case name. Yeah, I know. My bad. My bad. Okay. Let me see here. Alright, so we've got this building now. BPF asked, what are you working on? I'm working on Duke again, the Elasticsearch client in Rust. Right now what I'm doing is just writing a JSON serializer, just renders of value into JSON. Lexi's with us today, which is awesome. I'm gonna give him the invite for the Hangouts real quick. Alright. Dun, dun. Alright, Fitton's with us. Crystal's with us. All kinds of cool people are with us. It's awesome. Alright, so this compiles, but I'm not handling boost. Let's see if we can find out what this unreachable code thing is about. Whoops. I think that's just the... Yep. So that needs to be a value number, and I'm not certain if that's actually the correct type. Hey Lexi, it's good seeing you. Wonder... let me turn down my music real quick. Sorry, what'd you say, Alexi? Possibly he can't hear me right now, so I'm gonna see if I can... Oh, alright, now you can hear me. Yeah, hey, how you doing? I'm good. So I'm trying to construct a number right here, and I need to deconstruct the new type here. I don't have a record accessor.
Yeah, I remember that was kind of annoying.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's Rust deconstruct new type, see if they have a generic way of doing it. I'm definitely not going to pass blind F64s around. Oh my god, they don't show you how to deconstruct them. What? Oh, for the love of God. Come on. Alright. You type. Tell me how to deconstruct this. Fuck. Alright. I don't want to match on it. Don't make me match on it. As kilometers, as miles, self. What? New type, private, what? For the love of God. Okay. Alright. Well, seems like the simplest thing to do is just make it like a normal record type. So that's going to be pub boost F64. Yeah, Alexi says he's done this before, has some kind of solution. Yeah, if you could, go ahead and send that to me. Yeah, thank you. Because it feels really dumb not having a generic take this out of the new type kind of thing. Dun, dun, dun. Where are you sending the gist? Go ahead and toss it in Google Hangouts. Thank you, sir. All right. Oh, I see what you're doing here. Yeah, I kind of suspected it would just be like an object impl kind of thing. I
think it has to be. I think that the main thing here is that
Yeah, I think this is more valuable when you're actually checking the validity of the value. I think when you're literally just unpacking it, I think that there's a better way to do this. The thing is, like, writing boost.boost to actually make it not boost feels bad. So I think what I'm going to do is just establish a pattern of doing things like your impl, but I'm going to just make a blessed function called unpack, takes self, returns f64, and literally all it does is just match self boost float. Is it that, I think? Except I can't name that float. That's a keyword, isn't it? I'll just call it num. Expected and boost. Okay. Expected and boost. I need to dereference it, I guess. Yes. Okay, so boost dot unpack. Expected struct str JSON number phone f64. I'm guessing. Oh God, I can already tell this is gonna be one of those things. All right. Where's number? It's in here somewhere. Can't lie to me. And there's number. All right. Does this have a conversion thingy? Not the serialization. From. So I think I can do number colon from. Is this a situation where I'm supposed to implement into as a pair of boost and number? Is it that kind of thing? I don't know if that's an appropriate use of that trait, though. I'm not certain. I'm trying to go from boost, which under the hood is a float 64, to a JSON number value. And they use a value enum just like Haskell does. It's identical. The representation is a little bit different. I don't think this number representation is a scientific. It is not. It's posint, negant, or float. But yeah. So Rust into. So this is pub trait into. So we want to impl into self to vac. Okay. So let's try that. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that this can become a value boost into self to value, and then we're going to do the same boost num, and then value number, and then I need to do from F64, I think, on number. From F64 option. Wow. Fair point. Man. I don't think the type of into allows failure. It does not. That's not appropriate then. That's bad. I mean, I could assign a domain-specific default value for this. If they don't pass me a valid boost, then I can just set it to 1.0, but that's bad. Wow. Yick. This won't always allow conversion. Note this trait must not fail. Yeah, fair enough. Try into or a dedicated method which returns option T or result T. Yeah. Should not directly implement this trait, but instead prefer implementing the from trait, which provides greater flexibility. Well, that one's not supposed to fail either, so, you know, whatever. Alright, that's a dead end. Alright, now I need to think carefully about how to represent this stuff. I just have to fail the parser if this fails. I think that's what it boils down to. So what I can do is I can make this match result SOK S error, I think. And if I match that, then, you know, whatever. Or not SOK, but S error, yeah. Okay, so I do still need to do impl with custom thing, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to effing, I'll just do it owned. I don't think I'm actually going to, I don't know, I'll try it. And to value, self to results value, or not that I know how to construct one, but S error match. We're gonna do self dot unpack. That, ooh, I did not want overwrite mode. Alright, value number from F64, and then let's have a look at, yeah, it's option number. So then what I need to do is I need to match on that some num becomes value number num, and I don't think that's actually correct. I think I need to import a module. Yeah, ser JSON number, so that's actually the number, that's the constructor, that's the module. And then if it's none, I'm going to return whatever serializer error looks like. Ser error rest Shared ser error. There we go. Could not convert boost flow to JSON number. And yeah. All right. 77 boost dot to value, and I need to somehow question mark that. I don't think that's gonna work. Use of undeclared type or module S. All right. Use ser maybe? That doesn't look right. Ser error maybe? Ser I don't think that's correct syntax. Or maybe it is. Why does that look weird? Alright. Because the other things are getting marked like type constructors? Maybe? Okay. Use of undeclared type or module S. Yeah, fair enough. S. Let's just serialize. What is S? Where the fuck is S coming from? Oh, it's polymorphic for whatever type it is. Right? Yeah. It's generic. I don't know what the fuck S is. So I have to actually introduce that as a type. Wow. Alrighty then. And then associated type error not found, so then I need to add the trait bound, I think. Yeah, where S is, so some serializer S. No semicolon. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Found type ser JSON value. Yeah, I need to wrap that in. Okay. Match arm with incompatible type. Expected ser JSON number. Found type ser JSON value. Oh, because I don't need to rewrap that. Duh. That was the whole point of that little helper method. Cannot resolve as shared serializer error. SS shared serializer error. Type annotations required. Lordy. Alright. Oh, God. I won't belabor this point, but this is not a problem in Haskell. Alright. I need to somehow do kind of like, this is like scope type variables, isn't it? Where I have to link this type parameter to the other type parameter. Hold on. I think the issue is boost. Expected 1 of... Okay, yeah. No. Come on. What am I supposed to do here? How do I assign a type under the... Oh my god. Oh, that's so annoying. And it actually has to be polymorphic because I might have boost. I might be converting it to a value under any range of serializers. So the simpler thing to do might be to lift the serializer error up to here, and then somehow convert the error into the serializer error so that I don't have to pass or link up the type information. The problem is that's kind of annoying too, because it means I have to explicitly touch the error value, and the whole point of using the question mark is not having to manually touch the error value, the error case. So I do feel like I'm missing some kind of pattern or something here. Okay. Let me think here. Let's take a look at just what that error message generally entails and see how people solved it, even if I end up changing it. Requires feature type description. Excuse me. Self range unbounded. Well, can I do a multi-line here? Let num and then num result value or s error. Unreachable statement. Variable declaration using let is a statement. Unexpected expression found let. Am I not allowed to do those in match branches? Trust let match branch. Let binding means we can use on the right hand of a let. Maybe that's what they want me to do. Is it possible to use statements in a pattern matching branch? If you want, oh, I have to wrap it in a block. Oh, okey-dokey. And do I still put a comma in there? Looks like I don't. Okay. Okay, required, cannot resolve underscore, shared serializer error as s equal. Come on. Are you serious? It looks like I have to manually convert and lift the error. Seared, bound, deseared. What? What's bound deserialize equals empty string? In general, trait bounds should go on behavior, not data structures. That's what I did. I did that. That is a thing I did. I didn't put a trait bound on the data structure. I don't think it's a lifetime error. I think it's a type equality error. Resolve as makes me think, yeah, I mean, they even have an equals equals right there. Wow. That sucks. Well, I have a few options here. I could lift out the custom error constructor and remap it in that context. Oh, man. But I can't do so generically. And I'd have to figure out a closure if I wanted to pass it as an argument. I really feel like I'm missing something here. Also, how does it not... Oh, the error index actually doesn't have this error. Okay. The body of the S method in a separate function. Okay. And we're gonna make pub fn lift error s result v error to result v s error where s serializer and I'm gonna mark that unimplemented for the moment and see if I can find a way to map functions over the left side of the result and the rest. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Copy stop. All right. Hey, dog. I want to map error. Yeah. Okay. Map error. So we take val dot map error Actually, I think I know the problem. Or I might. I was doing ser error custom, not s error custom, so it wasn't unifying the type. So not a type. Yeah, I know. Value error s error. Type annotation. Still doesn't work. All right. Function takes one parameter, but 0 parameters were supplied. Yeah, fair enough. I'm just passing it as an argument. Still not a type. It's gonna be string. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to change this What's weird about this is it would be really easy for them to fix a lot of these ergonomic issues. Not all of them, but some of them. String, I think. Oh, okay. All right, boost to value, and then it's lift error. So we'll give that a shot. Actually, I'll copy and paste that first. So we're going to try turn map boost equals lift error. Is it lift error or lift error? It is lift error. Boost to value. Question mark. Cannot resolve. Okay. Error boost. Type annotations required. Come on. Am I not? Seems like the same error. Oh, God. All right. Let's see here. Dun dun dun. I don't think it's really specific to serializer at all, but you know, whatever. Okay, so lift error didn't work. Alrighty then. What if I do this? Val map error custom boost to value. Wow. All right, I'm gonna take a break. I will be back in about 15 minutes. See y'all in a bit.